Dallas Cowboys versus Kansas City Chiefs post-game reaction powered today by Manscaped. Don't be sloppy downstairs like the Cowboys offense was. Instead, trump your junk by using Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com and you use promo code Cowboys. That'll be in the comment section and in the description for this video. Dallas, if I had told you guys that the Cowboys allow 19 total points, I think all of our reactions would have been, wow, they beat the Chiefs by double digits. Instead, Dallas loses by double digits as the offense has. This honestly might be a worse showing than the one against Denver. That's a conversation I think we have to have. The offense was bad. The defense, after the first couple drives, really did settle in. I want to give that defense a lot of credit. Allowing only 19 points, a lot of big stops, does matter. It really, truly does. The offense, though, pretty much across the board, didn't do well. I mean, think about all the starters, right? Terrence Steele, La'el Collins, Zach Martin, Tyler Biadasz, Connor McGovern, Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott, Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, Ceedee Lamb, Cedric Wilson. Who actually played well? Even Zach Martin got beat by Chris Jones for a sack. That is profoundly rare. Chris Jones himself just destroyed this Cowboys offense. The Denver Broncos, I think very clearly, they caught the Cowboys sniffing their own farts. The Chiefs, Dallas just didn't play well. And the Chiefs beat them at their game. And I get, look, you're down. A lot of players will have that conversation. It's fair. The offense was bad. Full stop. Nobody played well. The defense, though, I do think they played really well. 19 points allowed, only 370 yards, did a great job on third and fourth downs for the most part. If I had showed you this stat line, plus 2 Patrick Mahomes turnovers, you would have gone, we're going to win the game. And instead, not even all that close in the end. This was very clearly a painful showing for the Dallas Cowboys offense. The defense played well. They did their job. Yeah, there were some hiccups, some mistakes, some not great plays by a couple of different players. Whatever, it's fine. The defense did its job. The offense did not. Painful. They were bad. Defense came to play. Good job. Good job, Dan Quinn. Happy with that performance. Cool. The offense, though, they laid an egg. And make no mistake, there is a lot of blame to go around on offense. And we will hit pretty much every single player plus the Ceedee Lamb injury here in a little bit. But this is not the way I wanted the Cowboys to start this stretch of games. 3 games in 12 days. The Raiders, who got boat raced by the Bengals, by the way, are next up. We will preview that game later on this week here on the Cowboys Report. But I want the comment section to be a safe space in the end. So if you want to overreact, go for it. I'll get everyone to take a deep breath at the end of the video and tomorrow as well. Grade the Cowboys' performance today. A, B, C, D, or F. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes on YouTube, head down to the comment section and let me know. The injury to insult the Cowboys had in this game was on Ceedee Lamb, or I guess for Ceedee Lamb, whatever it ended up being. Left the game at halftime with a concussion. His status now for Week 12 against the Raiders is pretty damn up in the air. The Cowboys will not have Amari Cooper in that game. He will be out. He will not play for Dallas. That is because of the COVID protocols. Lamb, on a very short turnaround, makes things tricky. Makes things tough given the way that Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson played today. Now, let's state the obvious here. Dak Prescott did not play well. There is no way you can say, oh yeah, Dak was actually great in this game. He didn't. Now, Dak's numbers look a bit inflated. That interception late was tipped by Chris Jones. Whatever. He also had a fumble, by the way, because Terrence Steele forgot to play. So I get why the internal clock was not going for Dak, because you expect your left tackle to move at the snap. But make no mistake, I'm not making excuses for Dak. This is not an excuse conversation. Dak did not play that well. I will also say this, though. I think his supporting cast was probably worse. The Cowboys' game plan, I don't know this, but I think in part because they thought they were going to have both Amari Cooper and Tyron Smith, was modified very late in the week, and they went with what I would call a overly conservative attack. They used a lot of quick passes, short stuff, etc. It didn't work out. They wanted to win with yards after the catch. They had no yards after the catch until maybe that final drive. And look, we got plenty of blame to discuss still with the offensive line and the receiving core, which we'll get to in the end. But today's show is powered by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com and use promo code COWBOYS to get 20% off and free shipping. That's manscaped.com. Promo code is COWBOYS. These are the best men's grooming products on the internet. They're the best ones out there. I use them, and it's a big reason why I now have a new baby girl. I think I can't prove that quite yet. The Performance Package, by the way, comes with more than just the new Lawnmower 4.0. The nose hair trimmer, ear hair trimmer. Better if you're a bit older, but it works either way. Ball toner, ball deodorant, helps you feel fresh and smell fresh as well. And the most comfortable boxers known to man, part of the Performance Package. Check out all of their great products at manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. Let's talk more about the offense, right? The O-line was bad. Troy Aikman was like, best offensive line in the NFL. They were not today. Dak Prescott got sacked 5 times, and they really weren't on him. There was one, he held the ball way too long, but the other ones, Connor McGovern didn't play well. Terrence Steele didn't play well. La'el Collins didn't play well. Even Zach Martin got beat. Just not their day. And with Amari Cooper out, this was a prime opportunity for Cedric Wilson and Noah Brown to step up, emerge as a guy you can pay maybe next year. And their results were bad. Cedric Wilson did have 4 catches for 36 yards, had 2 brutal drops. And he didn't play well. And one of them, or really 3 drops, because one was negated by a penalty. He didn't play well. Noah Brown had 2 just horrible drops in this game. The Chiefs doubled up Ceedee Lamb. He wasn't open very often. The Cowboys' offense didn't have any one player that stepped up. And ideally, it's your quarterback. Tough to do that when the O-line can't block and the receivers can't catch. But he didn't play very well either. So there's almost no wrong answer for this particular question. Who do you blame for the loss today? Is it Mike McCarthy? Kellen Moore? There's almost an endless list of players here you can blame, and coaches as well. So you can be mean down there in the comments section. Let's talk ground game. Look, I am concerned about this running attack. Because even if you include the very nice Tony Pollard little creative designed play that went for a nice little gain, it was very, very impressive, and it was the longest play the Cowboys had in the entire game. You take that play, which isn't always fair, the Cowboys averaged 3.4 yards per carry. That's not good. Now, I do think Pollard was maybe one of your only offense players that played pretty well in this game. 7 carries, 50 yards, 2 catches for 20 yards. I thought that Pollard had a good showing. Again, it was a limited role. 9 touches, a pretty decent number for him. Elliott ended up with 15. I thought the better back in today's game was Tony Pollard. The first time I said that in a couple of weeks, actually. First time in a while that Pollard, I thought, outplayed Zeke Elliott. O-line gets its fair share of blame there. So what do you think? Who was the better back in this one? TP for Ezekiel Elliott or TP for Tony Pollard, EE for Ezekiel Elliott. It's right there on screen, and I went opposite Ron Burgundy and read the opposite of what I meant to say. Well, if you guys want free Cowboys videos, we got more coming out this week because it's meltdown time, I promise you on that one. Daily Cowboys news, rumors, updates all season and especially in the off season as well. So subscribe today. The really big bright spot on defense, I think, plus Jerron Kearse and several others, Micah Parsons. The Cowboys made him an edge rusher against KC, a bad right tackle on Andrew Wiley, and Parsons worked him. He was awesome against the Chiefs, and frankly, I would very much like to see more edge rushing work from him going forward. We will spend some more time on Micah Parsons on tomorrow's video when we break down some overreactions from the Cowboys' loss. Now, how concerned are you guys after this loss? Scale it for me 1 to 10. You can be honest if you want. I'm not going to freak out in the end, but I want you guys to have a safe space to vent in the comments section. 1 to 10. Let's talk about the O-line. It was bad, guys. There wasn't much room to run. There was constant pressure, whether it was blitzes or not. It wasn't a good showing. No mistake about it. La'el Collins, false start, got beat a few times. He hasn't played that well, and I am concerned about Collins. The Cowboys made a risky switch, making the move to Connor McGovern. I don't think any penalties, but he allowed at least 2 sacks, which I got to go double check real quick, but I'm like pretty sure is more sacks than Connor Williams has allowed all season. But I'll double check that here in a second. They wanted to give him a chance. I get that. I respect it. I trusted this staff to make the right call. I don't know if Connor Williams would have played any better in a great offensive line or defensive lineman in Chris Jones, who bullied everybody on that Cowboys offensive line. But it wasn't great. I had him down for 2 sacks. We'll see if that ends up being the actual number. Williams has allowed 1 all year. So who should start next week? Who is the better Connor? M for Connor McGovern. W for Connor Williams. Get those votes for me in the comments section. Terrence Steele, by the way, also didn't play well. I mean, again, like the O-line, it did not work. The Chiefs had a pretty creative blitz strategy. I think that was confusing for a revamped offensive line, but it wasn't good. I don't think really anybody played very well in the end. And hopefully Tyron Smith can come back soon for Dallas, because I could really use him out there, and move Terrence Steele maybe back to right tackle. Conversation I'm down to have, because I was pretty underwhelmed. Steele's not a great left tackle. Put him back on the right side. I think he'll fare better. He's doing pretty decently. The O-line's got to get figured out here if you're the Cowboys. Now, Patrick Mahomes didn't even play that well, folks. 23 of 37, 260, an INT, a fumble, 3 sacks. Again, if I had told you the stat line, you would have said that the Cowboys won the game. They did not. The one player the Cowboys had a rough time stopping, unsurprisingly, was Tyreek Hill. 9 catches, 77 yards in this one. 1 carry, 33 yards. He played really well. The Chiefs got the ball in some space, and I was impressed by how well he played. Overall, I thought the Cowboys' defense, again, played very well, but the end result is very disappointing. My last thought on today's video, and we'll spend some more time on this on Monday. Keep sight of the overall season. The Cowboys were never going to go undefeated. And yes, you want to beat the better teams like Kansas City. But if I had told you after this year, or after Week 10, Dallas would be 7-3, you'd all be pretty damn hyped if you are a Cowboys fan.